But I'm telling you, the mayor here is one of these woke mayors. He loves all the transgender stuff. As a matter of fact, he actually wants to put mandatory gender reassignment into the schools, state-sponsored.
Well, I think that's terrible.
I don't care what side of the aisle you're on. Sometimes you just got to be able to laugh about stuff. And primetime Alex Stein gives us that beautiful gift of humor.
The first one is Alex Stein.
You don't know who you're about to speak to. The one, the only 45th president of the United States of America, President Donald Trump. Are you there, President Trump?
Well, of course, I'm happy that you're talking to the city council. I hear they're tremendous people, and I hear we're going to be bringing these shoes in. These are tremendous shoes. They're hotter than Nikki Haley in an Escalade. You know what I'm talking about? We want to see the children. We want to see them wear the shoes and perform in the shoes and do a tremendous job.
They are not excited about this at all. Look at them.
In the shoes, isn't that right? Isn't that correct?
Yes, President Trump, you making the shoes mandatory for all school uniforms in Plano School District would be great, and I think that would help the city. But I'm telling you, the mayor here is one of these woke mayors. He loves all the transgender stuff. As a matter of fact, he actually wants to put mandatory gender reassignment into the schools, state-sponsored.
Well, I think that's terrible. And, the only person that I talk to who goes from man to woman, his name is Lindsey Graham. You know what I'm saying? He sits when he pees. But you can look at it and you can talk about all of these different things. I think it's a terrible idea what you're doing. And I think we should absolutely look at this mayor. I think we have to look at him. Maybe we have to replace him. Maybe we have to get rid of him like Chris Christie gets rid of a plate of donuts. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes,
very fast.
He loves to eat. Okay, so President Trump, what is going on with Nikki Haley and her running for president?
They are not happy. I love Alex Stein.
I mean, what's going on? These Plano people, I don't know. I think some of these board members support her.
Well, if they support her, that's interesting because she lost to somebody called Nota, that N-O-T-A, none of the above. And it's terrible. She is only good at doing things in the back of a car. I call it the escapade in an Escalade, and she ought to be ashamed of herself. And if you support her, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. I have to say that. And I think if you're supporting Nikki Haley, you have a lot of other things to think about. You're probably crazier than the people who said white powder to Don Jr. You heard about that? They sent it to him. I think Hunter Biden was trying to send my son Neil. I think he thinks he's a pen pal, and that's not acceptable. We don't want to do that.
No, and President Trump, they tried to kill my biological stepfather in Russia. Are you going to get vengeance on my father?
Biological stepfather.
Of course, I got along very well with Russia. I got along very well with Putin, and we're going to get vengeance on Ukraine. They tried to do terrible things to Tucker. He's your biological stepfather. You look just like him. And we want to help him. We want to make sure that he survives. Protect Tucker at all costs. That's what we're going to do.
Stein. President Trump, they're kicking us out. Thank you, President Trump. These people aren't worth your time, but thank you so much. And free shoes to all the Plano ISD school members, mandatory in their school uniform. Thank you very much.
Thank you. God bless you. God bless.
God bless. Thank you, President.
So, that first off, I know that wasn't actually Donald Trump. So that was some really good AI or a really good impression that someone was doing on the other end. But I just love Alex Stein, man. Just the balls it takes to go do stuff like that is awesome. It's hilarious. Again, I don't care what side of the aisle you're on. We got to laugh about this stuff. It's serious stuff. It's important stuff. But we do have to be able to laugh about it. And, thank God for people like him for doing that. What was really striking to me about that video was just how composed that entire board was, just sitting there taking that. I mean, you thought you might have seen at least like one crack, one laugh, one person just, funny joke, you're making fun of us. But no, man, they were just locked in and not having it. I think it's super necessary. And I think if you can't laugh at that, you need to lighten up, man. You need to lighten up. We need a little humor. We need a little humor to help us get through the craziness. Thanks to Alex Stein. Check out his channel if you haven't. It's packed full of hilarious stuff. The guy is willing to go for it. And I respect that, and I appreciate that. Subscribe to the channel, please. If you like what I'm doing, it would be amazing because I need your support so that I know this is worth it. Thanks, guys. Bye.